got a big mouth. Ain't out there. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world. You know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do. Your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for it. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? And I think heaven is just, when you sleep with a good conscience. You don't have nightmares. And hell is...
What's going on, everyone? I'm so happy you decided to join me on this journey called Podcast Life. We will be discussing topics like celebrity gossip, life lesson, politics, and etc. This is a judge-free zone. Think of me as that homegirl that is so down to earth that you feel like you've been knowing for years. Remember, over here at the Boomerang Effect, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it. And remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying. Got it? Period. Please like, comment, share, give feedback, anything to help this podcast grow, because it is a voice for the people. So, love, peace, and unity. Mwah! What's going on? It is your girl Queen, and this is Hot Topic. Let's jump right on into it. The first topic is Fashion Nova CEO escaped robbery in front of home, leaving one suspect dead. Let's get into the clip.
Details on a case in the Hollywood Hills and in Beverly Hills. 2 crime scenes following an attempted robbery and deadly shooting early this morning. One man is dead, 4 others are injured. NBC4's Tony Ginyard live in Beverly Hills where the suspect's vehicle was stopped. Tony, good morning.
Good morning, Michael. I want you to take a look at the Audi that is stopped here in the intersection of Doheny and Santa Monica Boulevard. That's the car the suspected robbers were in. 3 men, 2 of whom police say were wearing ski masks when they robbed 2 other men in front of a home in Hollywood Hills, then got into a shootout with a security guard. LAPD homicide detectives are focusing on 2 locations, a Hollywood Hills home and a Beverly Hills intersection about 1.5 miles away. 2 crime scenes, one outside the home where 2 men were robbed, shot, and wounded, and a security guard engaged in a gun battle. This was all.
Details on a case in the Hollywood Hills and in...
Okay, and that is the Fashion Nova CEO. The Fashion Nova is a clothing line that a lot of women, I know a lot of women that wear the clothing, you know, Instagram, social media, celebrities. A lot of people wear that clothing line, Fashion Nova. So let's give a prayers out to the person who was injured, the family of the passing person who had died on the scene and stuff like that. It is very sad to sit up here and say they're trying to see if it was actually something that was set up, or is it just something that's happening in the neighborhood? Because they're saying that it is a lot of stuff that's happening, robberies and homicides and stuff like that that's happening in this particular neighborhood in Hollywood. And remind you, this man was staying in a nice area, you know, quotation mark. But just to be honest with you, and I'll never forget, my dad was saying that about social media and just being very mindful of your surroundings, because just because you're not paying attention to people and you in your own little zone and not worth about stuff, you don't know who is watching you and who is basically on the outside looking in, if that makes sense. So I never forget, a lot of my male figures, they tell me that all the time. They be like, hey, be aware of your surroundings, you know, like take a different route sometime. Don't post where you at. You might be having fun and you enjoying yourself and you posting, hey, I'm out to eat at this place, or I'm this and that. It's okay to post stuff like that, but I advise you to post it like when you feel get ready to leave. Like once you done left the parking lot, I understand, put your little location on there. And then next thing you know, go ahead and put your little location on there, but as do it while you finna leave. I'm just being honest, because you definitely don't want to be somewhere and someone end up popping up, and then they like, oh, I was just over, it could be an enemy, or it could be somebody that's infatuated with you. That's very scary. So be mindful of that, and it's just not because you don't have to be rich and have that mentality. I think it's just as a normal person in general, just keep that in mind, or be cautious of your surroundings, because I'm pretty sure that somebody was watching him, and this is a rich neighborhood, quotation mark. That's all. Like, a lot of people in the suburbs, they feel like, oh, well, we all have nice things, we all have cars and jobs and all this money or whatever. Nobody is thinking about robbery, but truth be told, you are a big easy target, because while you're not thinking about it and you in la la land, it's some people that's over there plotting on you. And I think half of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's always either inside job or somebody that's been watching you from the gate. Because I done been a victim of a lot of robberies back in the day when we was younger. Our house used to always get, broke into. And at times I was like, oh my God, like, why are they targeting us? But they knew exactly. They had my mom was a single mother. So they had her schedule down packed. They knew when she went to work, when she come back, how many kids she got, this and that. So they knew exactly when to break in and break out of her house. So it's sad to say, but yeah, be very mindful when it comes down to stuff like that. Next topic would be Tory Lanez shares that he was involved in a car accident while riding in an Uber.
He's almost just died. We got a car accident in the Uber. Look at that. Oh my God, bro. He's almost just died. We got a car accident in the Uber. Look at that.
Okay, so Tory Lanez had ended up getting into a car accident. Let me see. Tory Lanez shares the aftermath after he was involved in a car accident while riding in an Uber, and he then took to Twitter and shared that he felt like someone new to crash into his Uber. We're keeping everyone involved lifted in prayers. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. And Tory Lanez was in the Uber, but this is like, remind you, Tory Lanez is going through this big battle with still trying to stay relevant after he was accused of abuse and shooting Megan Thee Stallion and stuff like that in her foot or whatever. So, and then they had just got into it. Well, he didn't get into it over a Twitter war, but Megan Thee Stallion took to Twitter because she got upset because another rapper was doing a song with him, and she kind of was saying something about loyalty and and if you affiliate with this type of person, you are just a coward and a bee and this and that. So she had a lot to say, and then next thing you know, he get into a car accident in an Uber. And that some people are saying that it's a coincidence. Some people are saying that no, it could look like a little Illuminati. I don't know who I believe in it, but I'm just saying. The word on the street is that they think that this could have been something that was orchestrated to either injure him or to leave him in a certain type of position where he won't be able. He either get shook up, or he end up hurt very badly. So keep him in the prayers with that car accident. It could have been a coincidence, but I mean, you can't, like I say, you can't put nothing past people these days. Like, you don't know. And then these fans are so crazy and outrageous where you don't know, their mindset is they ready to go to war. They ready to, they ready to die behind their favorite artists and stuff like that. So of course he has a lot of Megan Thee Stallion fans that leave all type of hateful and disrespectful stuff up underneath his videos and pictures and stuff like that. So he really do feel like that they're out to get him. And remind you, he's an independent artist. So all this success he's getting, all this money goes right back to him. And yeah, so keep him in your prayers and everybody that was involved in that also. Do you think that was a coincidence? Or do you think that now he better keep his eyes on the prize and think about it? Okay, so let's get into something that an interview asked Sweetie about doing a song one day with Donna Summer.
So, being in the music industry, you obviously have to have a favorite music artist. So who is your favorite music artist of all time?
Well, of all time, I'm not sure if all time, but I've been in my Donna Summer bag lately. Like her music makes me feel so sexy. I love the instruments. I recently did a campaign where her song was playing while I was shooting, so definitely love me some Donna Summer.
We love that. Have you ever thought that like of collaborating with her in the studio at some point?
I mean, I would love to.
We love that. That's great. Speaking of new music, are you excited for your new album? So, being in the music.
Okay. So Sweetie says she wants to do a song with Donna Summer. And this is a lady that was very in the disco. Anybody that knows Donna Summers, beautiful black lady, and she was a trendsetter in her own way. Now, the problem is that Donna Summer has died in 2012, year 2012. So the interview in Sweetie was full of BS. And this is the reason why a lot of people they feel like that with Sweetie, she's a rapper, but they feel like that she is honestly says and does a lot of stuff for attention because she's so pressed on, I want to wear the long nails and this and that and let people know I'm West Coast and this and that, but you don't even do your research when it comes down to certain people. Now you talk about, you use her for inspiration and I use her for inspiration and I love her and I listen to her music and whoop the woo la la. How the hell you know this like the past of 2012 talk about you want to do a song for her? And even if she was still living, Donna Summers, it probably would have been in her 80s and 90s. And it's like, girl, now you doing everything for clout instead of just saying that, hey, you don't listen to her on a regular basis. You don't really know, what's going on. But hey, you could do a sample because she's the sample queen. A lot of people get on her about using, a lot of people's songs and basically just doing a sample off their song. So she could have said a sample. This girl didn't sit up here and said, oh yeah, I would love to do a song with her if the opportunity continue. If you don't get your Billy Goat behind, oh my God, this is the reason why I simply say they do anything for clout. Like, girl, you just dry ass said that. But anyways, yeah. So definitely that was a wowzer. Like, wow. You want to do a song with her? Okay, girl. Shout out to your favorite artist, but you didn't know she passed away in 2012. Come on, somebody. Let the church say amen. Anyways, let's get into Mary J. Blige and what does she feel about the versus battle?
Would you do a versus?
You and Hov unbeatable.
I don't know what a versus would do for me. I'm
It's not about you, it's about us.
It's a celebration. Yeah. It's definitely a celebration.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, I don't know what the versus can do for Mary J. Blige right now, but right now it's not something that's on the top of my list.
It got to be extended 100 songs.
Would you do a versus? You and Hov unbeatable.
I don't know what a versus would do for me.
Okay, so that's Mary J. Blige. Anybody that knows about the verses is basically two artists kind of like going back and forth with different type of songs and hits that they had back in the day. And just to kind of like let people at home sit back, relax, listen to some music, stuff that they enjoyed back when these people was in the industry and when they first came out. Now, a lot of some people are getting burnt out on the verses. They feel like, okay, that was cool because we was in COVID and we was in the house. But now they're getting burnt out of it because either they feeling like that it should not be a competition, like when you say versus, like, oh, we're going battle for battle, blow for blow. But I think that that's what keeps it interesting when you say versus like, oh, we finna just come together. You might well do a concert. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't nobody want to see that. Let me just keep it real. Drama sell. So if you hype it up and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, this person, this, and that, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, they finna go hit for hit. You got people that's gonna pick a side, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely up there and stuck there. So Mary J. Blige, like, she don't, they was trying to pin her against Toni Braxton. And some people were saying, like, at the end of the day, Mary was like, she's not gonna do it. She don't feel like it'll do nothing for her, like, far as her career and nothing like that. She's good where she is. Now, I would sit up here and say that that's totally fine if she feels that way. But you have to think about it. A lot of these versus battle is basically making these older artists they came out back in the 90s or whatever, it's making them relevant. And then it making their streams, some songs that they probably wrote 20 years ago. People are now back on YouTube. Like, you got the new fans, the younger generation or whatever, that sat through that battle and listened to some of them talking like, oh my God, they sung that, they did that, I want to listen to this song. And now their income and their streams and their popularity is being resurfaced. So don't get me wrong, Mary. Don't ever think you bigger than the battle. Because this battle is not yours. It's not just like, but I do think she needs to take that in consideration. I mean, but like they separate say, it's like a big concert. At the end of the day, do a concert and have all you people go out there. But this is definitely be a good platform for you to gain more fans and followers, because you got that little 19 or 20-year-old that probably ain't never heard of Mary J. Blige. But when you get to playing that secretary, I was your lover in your secretary 7 days of the week. Come on now, or I'm going down, baby. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Or I've just filed. It's a lot of hits that Mary J. Blige got. And I feel like that if she was to do a versus battle and people in a new generation or different young ladies or just the younger generation that probably wasn't did grow up off her music or had parents that listened to Mary J. Blige, she can really push people through. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think she needs to probably think about it, and just do it for fun. It don't have to be like y'all going up against each other. Just do it for fun and be good sports about it. What do you guys think? Do you think Mary J. Blige is above the versus battle? Do you think can't nobody hold Mary? So she needs to go on and do what she got to do by herself. And the versus battle is not going to help her. Do you feel like the versus battle would definitely, bring her back into the generation and gain her new fans and followers also with the ones that she already got? What's your opinion on Mary J. Blige and versus, and who do you think would be a good matchup for her? Okay, so speaking of versus, let's get into the Trina and Eve versus. Now, I think that I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning I thought that my girl Eve was gonna tear it up. I'm not gonna lie, I was all for Eve. What y'all niggas want? Hey. And then who's that girl? Na 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 na. And everybody know that love is blind. Ooh, and it'll take over your mind. You know that's a little something. For anybody who want a record deal or want me on the track, inbox me. We can work something out. Not just like, but I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people were saying that Trina and Eve was not a good matchup because they got a different type of flavor. Trina from Miami, the 305, she got that, look back at you for what? I'm trying to concentrate on busting me or what? You know what I'm saying? And well, you don't know now that Screw's 3, 4, 5 best friends. So of course her and Eve is definitely two different type of artists. So a lot of people was automatically going with Eve because Eve has a lot of mainstream songs. But I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like that Trina kind of brought it. And I think we underestimated Trina, but Trina was on some Trina, to me, she was very entertaining. I'm not gonna take that. They both was beautiful. Eve was out there in London. So, I think that was different time zones. So she was just saying like how the crowd or whatever, she had to do it on the spot because of the crowd. I don't know. And Trina was in her hometown. But I honestly think both of the ladies look beautiful. They both did good. That's what it's about. Bringing your music to life and letting people reminisce. But I do feel like that Trina won. I feel like Trina won. That's my opinion. I was going for E. E came out, you know what I'm saying, and she did her type of stuff, but overall, the whole performance all throughout the night, Trina is the one that had you on your feet. And you was like, dang, because even when you looked at the fact of her doing features with people, she was really talking about what these girls are really talking about today. So, like she say, she the baddest. But she had a shout out to Evie and Trina, two beautiful ladies. Who do you think got on the battle? Who you think won that battle? Who you going for in that battle? So shout out to both of them. Let me know who was you rooting for and who overall you think won out of the Eve Trina battle. Okay, let's get into it. This is the last one for today. Little baby name, ASCAPS 2021 Songwriter of the Year. He is called the Songwriter of the Year. Shout out to Little Baby. He is a rapper. He's definitely been doing his thing. He has definitely been charting the charts and stuff like that. He has had a lot of success these last 2 years. He have really took off. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of Little Baby. I actually have a friend of mine. We debate about this, and I'm like, I'm not for Lil Baby. And it's funny because when he actually sat up there and he had to quote some of the lyrics that Lil Baby said, and I was like, oh my God, he said that. He was like, yeah, that's in his song. And it's so funny because I was like, oh my God, he do go hard. But the thing about it is that when I listen to Lil Baby songs, I cannot understand nothing that he's saying. But I'm like, oh my God, what is he talking about? Because I don't like the sound of his voice. No shade, no tea. But I just like I can't vibe with him because I can't understand him. But when I actually looked at the lyrics, or when he was actually quoting the lyrics slowly to me, I was like, oh, that dude is dope. So shout out to him being so young. And for him to get Songwriter of the Year, that is a big accomplishment. This is a Black young man that's basically saying that he have taken off. He have basically wrote his own stuff or whatever. That's a big accomplishment in a world full of ghostwriters. I ain't hating on the ghostwriters because I'm gonna give me one and I'm gonna spit them bars, period. So I might not get Songwriter of the Year, but I ain't no hater. But definitely shout out to Lil Baby for being 2021 Songwriter of the Year. That is a big accomplishment, especially if so many people have coming out and stuff like that. And I do feel like in this generation, the new generation, they don't get a lot of credit. But to me, this is a positive image, regardless of the fact. This is definitely a positive image. And let's just be real. This, once again, is to show people that do not sit up here and consistently basically count yourself out, because Little Baby has not have a Grammy. He was nominated for Grammys. He has been nominated for different type of awards and stuff like that and have not received them. But at the end of the day, this man is 2021 Songwriter of the Year. That is a big accomplishment. So please don't get discouraged when you're in a business or you're doing something that you love to do and you don't get the recognition from different type of outlets that you thought that you would. Just know that, somebody, by reading this statement and this story that he ended up being Songwriter of the Year, they're going to take that and they're going to be motivated. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to motivate them. So everybody's success is different. Some people don't care about the awards. They just love to know that they're doing what they're doing and touching people and encouraging some people. And some people will flat out be pissed if they don't get nothing. They mad. They thrive off the attention of the awards. So shout out to him. Let him continue to do what he got to do. Please like, share, comment. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. Mwah!